Elder financial abuse, something you never want to think of. I know I don't, but with our parents aging, it's very important. I've seen so many things recently with AI getting more and more common. Your parents get a call, it sounds like you, and all of a sudden they're sending money, they think to you, but it's to someone else. Or happened to my father recently, someone got in his computer and encouraged him to send money. A third thing that I see happen very often is that people see unusual activity in their parents' bank account. All of a sudden they're gifting their caregiver or housekeeper large amounts of money. I'm Ellen Mitchell, your heels on the ground in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale area. And on this channel, we talk about everything: probate, guardianship, senior relocation, out-of-state sellers, and elder financial abuse. I live in South Florida, where we have a tremendous elderly population, but this happens all over the country, and I'm assuming all over the world. A couple of weeks ago, I got a call from my father. My father is very rational and clear-minded, no dementia, but somehow someone convinced him that they were from the bank and got him to transfer money to them. By the time he figured out that this was a scam, the money had already been removed from his account. Often these scammers do this on a Friday because they know it's much more difficult to contact the bank over the weekend and to get these things sorted out. In his case, thankfully, all the money was returned to his bank account by his bank, but that is not always the case. I've also seen so much with the increase of AI where someone could take perhaps this video of me talking and they go ahead and record my voice and they're able to call my parents from a different phone saying, "Hey, it's Ellen, my cell phone's not working. Can you please send money to this number, Zelle money to this number? I'm having a problem." And it wasn't me at all, but it sounded like me. And so they went ahead and sent the money, and the money they're never going to see again. So what are the solutions to this? Our parents are growing older and older. We have an aging population, and so there are a few things that we can do to keep our parents more safe. Sorry, that's one of my pups. One of the things is to have a power of attorney for our parents and take over their finances if that's necessary, so that we can be the one who goes ahead and writes the checks, monitors the bank accounts, and everything else. If they're not ready to turn over their finances yet, then we can do kind of like a hybrid version. With my father, he pays his own bills, but now I go online, I look at his checking account, I make sure there are no unusual transfers, I check his credit cards online to make sure there are no unusual charges, and if something happened, I would know immediately. You can also let the banking institutions know that you're their trusted person and go in and let their banking institution know to contact you if they see any suspicious activity on their accounts. One thing, unfortunately, that I see quite often is that when an elderly person, especially when they're isolated, maybe the adult children live up north and they're down here and they have a caretaker, that caretaker becomes a very important person to the elderly person. And they may encourage them or start giving them hints that they're having financial trouble, their child has a medical procedure that they need done, it's not covered by insurance, they wish they had the money, and that the parent is really in a diminished capacity and will give that caretaker money because they're not clear-minded, and it's a decision that they would not make if they were clear-minded. Now, sometimes my mother did really adore her caretaker, and occasionally she would give her a gift or buy her something or give her a couple $100s as a bonus, but I was aware of all those things. She wasn't gifting tens of thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars to her caretaker just because she felt sympathetic when that was something that normally would not be in her character to do. Take special care, really check everything twice because it can be gone before you know it. There are a couple of additional suggestions that I wrote down. Be cautious online. Never share personal or financial information over the phone, and use strong passwords. You don't want to use the same password for everything. And there are password storage products now where it's like a password keeper and you can keep all of your passwords in them so that you're not just using the same password again and again. That way, if they get into one thing and the same password is for everything, you've just given away, the house without the intention of doing so. So it's very unfortunate that we have to have these conversations. It's very unfortunate that in this day and age, people from outside of the country, someone that could be there, the nicest person in the world helping your parent, could have ill intentions and be taking advantage of them. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please write them in the comments below. I do read everything. And if you have any stories or examples of things that have happened to you and any suggestions that you have that we didn't cover, I would love to hear them so that we could all continue to learn from each other.